Everybody, Vader Saber 1984, also known as that drunk guy and his bullshit opinion, uh, coming to you with a new little late, but quite frankly, I've been a little under the weather, so it's time to get into a new. I don't know what you want to call this podcast. Yeah, whatever. It's just me talking to myself. It's my bullshit opinion. That's what I do. So, in ordinary fashion, let's do this. Grab yourself a smoke. Grab yourself a drink. Cheers. And quite frankly, if this isn't your bag of tea, then better go somewhere else, because grab on your butts, your balls, your boobs. Here we go. All right, today's topic is a little bit of a mixture. Gonna be a lot, but this is gonna be a bad week with also the road rage Karen. That's the name of the title. This is everything I've been through. It has been a little bit longer because I have been sick. And now I don't know if it was just like an upper respiratory, virus or cold or flu. I don't know. I don't go to doctors. I just self-medicate. And with the help of everybody, here I am. So it was probably about a good 2 weeks of me just dealing with that. And I'm right at the tail end. Still got terrible cough and all that. So if I sound a little hoarse, I apologize. I am running with two cameras, A and B, left and right. One audio mic, one audio camera mix. So going to try and do this as best possible. Pick the better of the two. Let's start with the worst of the worst that started off with this week that just made it really freaking bad. So let's get the negativity out of the way. Monday morning, hey, you know what? Wasn't hungover, wasn't extremely tired. I just wasn't thinking. And I go to work and I'm loading up an installer, putting a pallet in the back of his truck, and he's got a little tailgate hitch in the back of the pickup, and I'm not paying attention. And he's like, "No, man, you need to get over the ball hitch." I'm like, "All right." So I'm getting ready to throw it in reverse, and it's up, straight, middle, neutral, down, reverse. Well, when I went to flick down, it didn't flick, and I just hit the gas because I'm on a incline, and I rammed into this tailgate. And quite frankly, I mean, it's a buddy of mine. It's somebody who I know for many years. I respect. He's a good friend. He's like, "Oh, well, you just fucked up my tailgate." I'm like, yeah, I kind of did. My bad." Load him up, get everything squared away, and he just kind of looks at it, looks at me, and he shakes his head, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a dick." He's like, "You all right?" I'm like, "I'm just not awake. That's all. I just wasn't paying attention. That's it. No excuse. It's just my own fault." Now, normally in some situation like this, the company would pay for that because I'm using company equipment. It's on company time. But in that scenario, I'm like, "No, I'm going to do it myself." So I said, "Hey, don't worry. I'm going to take care of this. We'll figure it out." I went bending over backwards, looking for tailgates everywhere I could. Trying to find something that I could even find in a day. And I was like, "All right, you know what? I'm going to check out the wrench apart place. I'm going to go spend $3 just to go look. I don't have time to pull. I only get an hour for lunch. It's 15 minutes out there, 15 minutes back. So I'm just going to go look. Pay the $3, get in there. They say they only have two models. I looked. They actually ended up having 3 or 4. but none of them were the exact model. They all say they would fit, but they didn't have the molding. All right, so I took pictures. I'm like, hey man, I found these, yada yada yada. Still looking. The price, retarded. Tell me this: why does it cost for a 2011 vehicle? Let's just say the vehicle's worth $7,000 to $11,000. Why is it the cost of just a tailgate at $315 is almost 10% of the cost of the freaking vehicle? And it's used. I mean, I'm not doing my math exact, but still. A tailgate for a pickup, $315, like 0.10, like come on now. If you're to break it apart in 100 pieces, there's no way that that piece is going to cost you that amount and make it all work out. Just mathematically, it doesn't make sense. So I was pissed off about that. But looking online and calling people, I called several different cities, several different wreckers and other places, and they're like, oh man, that's a good price. Well, it's not the right one. Well, you're looking at about 700. Ugh. For brand new? Yeah. Maybe 1,000. Oh, no, not doing that. So I'm like, all right, it's my lunch break. I still need to go get gas, cigarettes, and something to eat. So I'm going to get the hell out of here. Got my pictures, got my idea. I'm going to keep looking, get all the way, get my smokes. Don't really have time to get lunch, but I just swing through a drive-through, get back to work, keep looking, finish off the day, get home, find out my tires are completely flat on the back left side. Now, I know I have cracked rims. All right, that's been an issue that I've been dealing with since August. Okay. Huge issue. But I have 39 pounds that I keep in each tire, and it's completely flat after it being perfectly fine the very day of work. So air it up, all that. The day's just getting worse. Okay. I've already done this and it's just really irking me. I'm like, all right, it's a Monday. I'm going to try and make it better. I'm going to cook some food, get some ice cream, watch a good show, try and make it a little bit more positive. All right. End the day, come out the next day to get ready for work. The tire's completely dead. I'm like, oh, here we go. Air it up, keep the car going. All right, we're going to start today off a good day, right? So I tested at work. My tire is only holding for an hour. So 39 pounds, maybe we'll just say 30 pounds. 30 pounds of pressure I'm losing every hour. That's insane. That is a really bad leak, okay? So I get on the computer and I schedule with who I bought the tires with. I'm like, hey man, hit me up 12:15. I'll be right there. Here we go. All right. Show up 10 minutes early, and there is a line like nobody's business. I'm like, fuck me. All right. I already have the paperwork. Here's my confirmation number. Here's all the issues. I only want y'all to fix this. Bam. Let's get it done. Okay. Sounds good. Let's go take a look at it. No, you don't need to go take a look at it. I've been here plenty. Just fine. We'll go out and look at it. Waste another 10 minutes. All right. Go in there. He's like, well, we'll get you out by 1:15. No, my lunch hour is up by 1. I need to be out of here by 12:50. That's it. I'm sorry. We have a bay closed because we're painting. Like that's my problem, but apparently it is. They find more issues, which I told them prior to that. I'm like, look, I know they're bent. I know one's bent. I know one's cracked. Just slap on some more tar putty on there on the inside, seal it up. Don't worry about the rust. Don't worry about the tiny leakage. I'll take care of it. Just fix the patch. They came back like 2 or 3 times. Well, did you know? Yes, I know. Fucking get back to work, goober. So I'm looking at my clock and here it is 1:08 and they're like, we got your car ready. Well, it's not 1:15, so thank God, but I'm already late for work. Already let my boss know, whatever, I'm missing out on hours. Haul ass back home, grab 2 slices of pizza, haul back to work, get there, and I start checking the pressure. Everything's holding, everything's good. All right, cool. That's one part of it. But in the midst of that, when I'm thinking, all right, the tires are fixed to a point that I can stand, I'm just going to have a better day. But from leaving the tire place and going through the parking lot and getting ready to go on the main street to come to the house, there's a fence like this. And you have to pull out just a little bit to see out there. Now, you are not impeding traffic. Your front is not there. But I pull out a little bit. I look right, nothing. I look left, and here's a silver runner just blaring down the street, which is only supposed to be a 30-mile-an-hour zone, but she's blaring. And like makes a very dramatic turn, holding on her horn. My front is not even over the asphalt, not let alone my tires, but she's making it very dramatic, just holding on the horn. And I stop, like just kind of looking, and I go, hands up, like, what's the deal? And I get this. And just words coming out. I can't tell what they are, but from the looks of lip reading and my time of being an asshole my entire life, it was, fuck you, you piece of shit. That's what I read. And I'm like, what? I saw you. Because she slowed down getting like with me right there. And I'm like, but I saw you. It's good. And I gave a thumbs up and I get more of the middle finger. Okay, so yesterday being a really bad day, getting over being sick, having some really rough times, that constitutes as road rage. Anybody have road rage? We all do. What is road rage? Well, road rage is just when either you just don't really care for the driving situation or somebody pisses you off and you act out. You lash out at the situation. I got a little bit of that, but not as much as I'm going to have to say this obtuse twat waffle Karen cunt that just fucking made my day a little bit worse when it shouldn't have been. It was trying to get a little better, and the week's already been bad, and I hate using that word, but guess what? She fucking deserved it, and here is why. Now, by all means, I do not condone violence upon women. I don't. I hate it. Hell, I watch MMA and I like a few female fighters, but I still don't like watching women beat the crap out of each other, even though it's women beating women, but still I'm like, I don't want to see a woman get beat up. However, this Karen was pushing it. Because I pull up to the stoplight, and guess what? She got caught by the stoplight. She didn't have any way to escape me showing up and the side view of going, yup. And if my little brother watches this, he's going to know that is my dad's move. Yeah. And so I pull up next to her, and instead of me lashing out and acting in road rage, I go, "What is your problem?" I just kind of hold my hands up like, "I saw you. It's okay." And I can't hear her through my car and her car. But that mouth was going a million miles an hour, and I was getting one finger, two finger, both fingers pointing. And I'm like, "What is your problem, lady?" And she points to the light and points at me and gives me more fingers and just jabber, jabber, jabber. All right. Now, as I said, I do not condone violence upon women. But if that were a man, I would have yanked that son of a bitch out that fucking truck right then and there, and I would have taught him a little bit of a lesson of road rage. And, this is a lady. Quite frankly, it was a Karen. I'm going to put it on that level of probably hasn't seen a good time with a man in a long time. Maybe because she's such an angry Karen. I don't know. But she was obviously very mad. So maybe there's a little sand in that walking moisture area. Maybe she's a little dried out. Maybe. I don't know. I'd hate to say I'm not one to judge, but I'm going to go ahead and judge and say this lady was extremely upset at nothing. So finally, after her pointing at this and pointing at that and throwing me the bird for like the 15th time, I go, "You know what?" I went ahead and, I called her the nice female dog word a couple times, and I said, "Fuck you," right here. Gave her the same thing back. And then it went even more. And then she looked left, looked right, holds up the left finger and hits that gas and burns out of there. Almost hitting a car too. So a little bit more road rage. Now, was I in the right for what I did? No. Honestly, you shouldn't treat a lady like that, even if she is an angry, obtuse twat waffle Karen cunt when she's driving and doesn't know what the hell she's doing. Maybe she's having a bad day herself. Maybe she's late for class. I don't know. Or, maybe she's just a bad human being and doesn't know how to fucking drive. That's another thing. So out of all of this, I'm sitting there going, can this week get any fucking worse? Can it? I mean, we're just a day and a half away from Thanksgiving. And, we all got to go see family and, travel and deal with all that. So, quite frankly, guys, if you are on the road and you're going to see family and you come across this Karen, send her my regards. She drives a gray runner. And she has glasses, and she has a skinny face with a lot of acne. And I'm not going to tell you the license plate because I did remember it. I was like, kind of like in The Water Boy. "I'll be having fun with your mama tonight." 62. It just kind of happened. But anywho, if you're on the road and you're going out for Thanksgiving, don't let that happen to you. Okay. Was I wrong? Yeah. I shouldn't have acted right back out. I shouldn't have done what she did. Like, honestly, I started off like, what's your problem? And I pulled up and I looked and said, "I saw you. What's your problem?" I shouldn't have done that. I should have just stayed in my lane, looked left and waved and been a nice Christian boy and said, "God bless." But after all that shit, that hellhound can get mounted die of gonorrhea, rabies, and rotten hell for all I fucking care. Sorry, there it is. So that was my bad week. That's a road rage situation. That's a road rage Karen. And you know what, guys? Thanksgiving's coming up, and we got to be thankful for something in life. And I'm thankful for the breath I have in my lungs, the great friends, beautiful family that I've been given, and the time I have on this earth. But I'm not thankful for that fucking bitch. So, take care of yourselves. Until next time, guys. Vader Saber 1984, also known as that drunk guy, and his bullshit opinion. And we'll do it next time.